which they have done with the A2. But you'll notice, except for the SS-109, all the projectiles are lead core.
Right.
The Barnes bullet has better penetration. It has better velocity. It defeats intermediate barriers far better than a lead slug because it's a lot heavier, and it expands. It is the shit. They now have a bullet now they're making out of sintered brass. It's called Dead Right Here. When it hits, it explodes in a powder inside the torso.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Long story short, are there limitations to the 223? Yes. Can they be minimized? Yeah. And the biggest thing is, John, I've been shooting since I was 8 years old. And I'm still pretty good. By the way, the reason they're teaching the military that stance, the ragheads put it on full auto. They have a 30 calibers, ACAM, they're just sending slugs right over their heads. They're not even using iron sights, let alone ACOGs or red dots or any of that shit. The doctrine really cracks me up what the military is teaching now, because in some ways I can see how they evolved into it, but I tell you what, you'd see a shitload of changes if we were back in Vietnam. A lot of the crap they're pulling in the Middle East, it would not fly in the jungles or against people who are trained or determined. One of the things I've noticed about infantry combat command in the U.S. Army, which has really gone downhill, they've taken a tip from the Soviets. They put far more responsibility on the back of a senior NCO, a sergeant, and maybe a senior corporal. And the enemy knows this. And that's why they target those people, specifically with sniper fire. Here.
Chicken smells good. Is that you making a stock?
No, he's putting it in straight in the pot.
Yeah.
Gypsy.